Trump the musical. Look, it's probably a bad idea. We're not going to pretend that we could get anybody good to work on it. Nobody talented wanted to help us write this thing. We asked Lin-Manuel Miranda, but he was hung up on the whole Trump as an actual racist issue. So we got the next best possible thing we could think of. Kid Rock. Good thing he was totally available, and he has no actual problem with all the MAGA bigotry, and we only had to pay him with cigars and Miller High Life. The music, when we finish it, will sound like ooh, oh guns, boom, boom, ball with a ba, da, da, die, dying, da. Beer battered, bang, bang, guns, 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 American trucks make America great again and again and again and again. Look, I already told you it's not a good idea and it never will be, so prevent this from ever happening by supporting the Stoning Rolls at patreon.com/the Stoning Rolls, and they will pledge to never allow Trump the musical to happen. Thank you.
Hey Cheesebags, remember to subscribe, like, share and enjoy bonus content at Patreon/the Stoning Rolls. Enjoy the show.
Give me cream. Just give me some cream. Give us some warnings. I like it. It's like being shot out of a cannon every time.
That's the way we do it here, folks. Also, I'd like to be shot in the stomach with a cannonball. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's the Stoning Rolls. Billy and Dave. And boy, do we have a show for you today. We're excited to just get right to it. It's the ups and downs of life, everybody. The ups and downs of life. Lee is here to tell us about that. We also have a game show for you. And there's so many things going on in the news that we are sure to have a crazy jam-packed hour for you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tim Walz, what do you think? I think this guy's a good pick. I think that guy.
I like him.
Yeah, he's a likable guy. Yeah. We like him.
He's a good guy.
He seems like, like one of the cool teachers you would have had in high school.
Yeah, like one of the only ones where you're like, I won't skip his class just because I respect them.
Yeah, I just want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he'd be like, if he was a science teacher, he'd be like, okay, everybody, wear your goggles. We're going to go outside and, like, blow something up. Or, like, I don't know. Have some fun.
Take your own wacky adventures.
Lost internet.
No, you didn't.
Tim Walz's wacky adventures. Wait.
He's like a Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, he is. Oh, who was that show where... I feel like Donald Trump is a series of unfortunate events right now. That guy.
So
he is Lemony Snicket.
Is like falling apart, and
it's fun to watch.
One of the few things like keeping me going through the day.
Dude, it is a beautiful swan dive of garbage right now. It's the greatest fall I've ever seen in my life. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. For him having put us through all this crap for like the last 10, 15 years. I think it's over, guys. I don't want to call it too early, but I think Kamala's got...
You are calling it too early. Don't call it yet.
Look, it's theirs to lose.
Everybody just relax.
There's plenty of cheating that can still happen.
Yes, there's going to be cheating.
Did you see that thing that was leaked about the electors in... several states saying that they will refuse the results of the election? Like, that means the Electoral College will be rigged.
Well, there's going to be cheating. There's going to be chicanery. There's going to be mishigas. There's going to be tomfoolery. The problem is the thing we need to do is come out in numbers that are just so incredibly undeniable. Last time they were able to do that in an overwhelming victory. It was clear, but Donald Trump was trying to find 11,000 votes here, 500 votes there, whatever it was.
Yeah.
None of that. We got it. Like, it's got to be a big blue to purple map. So, I think they got it. Though. Look, I don't think they. I just think the moment was when Donald Trump was sitting there with the black press and was like, she was Indian and then she became a black person. Like, which is funny.
Like somebody lowering the curtain on.
Yeah, I was like, that's over, dude.
His own team pulled him off halfway through the interview, and then
amazing.
The two fucking billionaire baby boys get on their little telephones and
speakerphones,
let everyone listen in.
Yeah, you're talking about Elon Musk on the platform I still call Twitter, but somehow he wants us to call it X. Had one of them talk spaces with Donald Trump the other night, which, by the way, here's one thing I feel about the general media coverage of Donald Trump is they're like, can you believe he said that? And I'm like, yes, you idiot.
But yes.
I've
yeah.
been paying attention
time.
this
Yeah.
whole time.
I
can
believe
believe
everything that
education.
man says.
But what was your take on that interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump? Because that was something.
Dave, you go first.
Something else.
I'm
No,
troubleshooting.
I only heard a few clips. I heard him talk about how he's gonna get rid of the Department of Education and just let the states like battle each other. Basically, he's like 35 will be okay. Like 15 other states, you know, they'll have to play. They'll catch up. It's like, what are you doing with the entire like? You don't understand the ramifications that will have if you have 15 states full of children that weren't educated properly.
It's exactly
like-
what they want. That's what
That's
they
what
want.
they want.
I
Yeah,
know
you've got
it's birthing more voters.
That's what they
generational
want. but
Voters
what,
and workers.
what they don't realize is
All
that's
they
what
care
nobody wants. That's why they're weird. Like that's
They're
why
fucking
they,
weird.
you know, and they're also like, let's shut down all these unions. It's like way to win over the working class. Hey, Judella 78 and Glowworm, thanks for joining us.
Hey!
Rich people
Welcome
are-
to the show.
The system being dissolved. We are going back to the feudal system if they have
Yeah.
their way. I
Definitely.
believe people are kind of sick of the Donald Trump negativity. I think they're so tired of a guy getting up there and just complaining about how everything is terrible when you've got Kamala and Tim Walz and Waltz sitting there going, hey, look, we got hope. We can do this. We got a country here that we can make better.
And you know, I got to say how refreshing it was. Not the first time Kamala was talking down to those protesters, but the next
Yeah.
day, she totally proved that she's willing to listen to criticism and act accordingly. Where, like the first day she talked down to them, and then the second day she really like had like a conversation with them. It was interesting. I've never seen a politician do that. That's the thing, is I feel like we're seeing these things, these politicians do these things that we're not used to seeing politicians do. They're, like acting like people.
I remember Obama
Yeah.
doing a couple things like that. Even John McCain did a thing like that back in like 2008 when there was a woman who was in the crowd at the town hall of a John McCain thing and rally, and she was just like, I don't want to vote for Osama, or she called him some like,
Obama's a Muslim.
yeah, he's a Muslim, and then
Which
he
is
was just
like-
like, nope, that's not true. This is just, let's get the accurate information, ladies. He's
Yeah.
not that. It's like, he's at least reasonable. Right now, I'm like, you guys who are supporting Trump, you Republicans who are gonna blindly vote for this guy, like, really, that's your guy? Like, that's what you're going with on this one?
It's the golden cow.
The
That's
golden cow.
But I think it's his cognitive decline is becoming more evident, and we seem to have different takes on whether or not he was slurring or wearing his dentures or not on that call, which I don't know. That's what I thought too. I thought he was maybe not wearing his dentures.
Maybe the evil was just like seeping out of his face.
Yeah.
And that caused, or there is a theory that he's been having multiple strokes because he's
Really?
old as fuck.
Oh, geez.
I'm sure he'll let us know.
Maybe, yeah. There's something. Sometimes
The
you like
crooked
want to
media.
say something and you can't. You know.
Yeah. The crooked media reporting he was slurring. Blah 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 blah.
I know, but the media has to drag it out. Look, I'm feeling pretty like okay to confident right now that it's the Harris Walz ticket to lose right now because of the just sea change in the polling right now. But the funny thing is the media is like, even though Kamala is 40 points ahead, it's anybody's game. We got to drag this out to November, so it's anybody's game. Let's try to create drama.
Yeah, they definitely are covering. They're not covering candidates equally.
No,
But that is because a lot of Trump loyalists bought very big companies like CNN, and I think MSNBC is the only one that's not owned by a right-wing conservative now.
Yeah, I watched that one too. I watched a lot of that one, but I
Yeah.
feel like it is it can get a little bit just, I mean, obviously it's biased, but it's like it can get very like, all right, let's just be reasonable here. Like, we don't have to like go in on everything here. But I do find it funny that, you know, the Harris campaign has these huge energized rallies, and then they'll just show the 90-minute like crazy kooky fest in press conference that Donald Trump had the other day. They'll just keep showing clips of that, and you're like, this was going on at the same time as this rambling moron, and we're just going to focus on the rambling moron. So I don't like that.
Yeah. That's what.
Oh man.
But you know what?
Speaking of rambling morons, we have a great game of Wait, What? Up later.
I gotta tell you,
this is
definitely
one of
feel
those
like these-
special games because I did it at 1 o'clock in the morning when I remembered we're doing a morning episode.
I was going to text you. I had a feeling.
I didn't get my usual text from Dave
Yeah.
of, hey, is there a quiz?
Get to work.
which was good.
Yeah.
Instead, I was watching reruns of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Ooh,
And then
Kitchen Nightmares. What happened?
Something about him yelling at one of the people, going like, "You fucking idiot!" I was like, "There's a quiz," and I like
It's a reminder.
it was like he was yelling at me.
So is it all Gordon Ramsay trivia?
It's all just actually.
Kitchen
It's all,
Nightmares.
I've sent Ari a bunch of just pictures of shirtless Gordon Ramsay,
Yeah.
and you have to
Thank you
guess
for that.
which year they.
Oh, I thought that was just for
that
me.
was part of the game. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because they're on my wall now. I put them all
Good.
on my
You're
wall.
gonna have to show them.
Yeah. All right. I'll do it with my teacher's shirt with my pointer.
Yeah.
This is Gordon Ramsay at the beach. This is Gordon Ramsay by the pool.
You do need a pointer. You just definitely need a pointer.
Gordon Ramsay seems crazy.
He is crazy. He's rich though. He's crazy rich.
Crazy
Well,
rich.
that's yeah.
Crazy
Have
rich.
you been to
Ramsay.
his restaurant in Vegas?
No,
I have.
I'm going to Vegas next week.
you are. Is that where
Should I
you're
go
doing
there?
the episode from?
No.
When are okay? So, Dave,
Yeah.
explain to the people at home.
Period. Just explain it. Go.
Do that, Dave. Explain.
We're waiting.
Well, you
Please
see,
explain.
Please explain to the people at home, Dave.
Real size, not mini. Movie theater popcorn can't melt chocolate. Just a highlight reel.
Man, okay. We really do need to go out to dinner,
Yeah.
and draw straws,
Yeah. And then,
And then-
tell it. Give a speech.
and then give a random speech to random person.
A random person, or like
Yeah.
at the table, or in the
At the table.
Oh, okay.
We should bring people with us. They won't even know, and then
Because
we
I don't
all
want to
bring out
subject a
straws.
stranger to a speech. It's like, listen, you're in on this now too.
Yeah, I don't want to
Just
waste
go.
one of my good
Well,
speeches
no, what you
on a
do
stranger.
is you slide them a note saying, I have to say a speech or this restaurant's going to blow up. And then
Oh.
you just go into the speech. They're going to go along with it. And they'll probably give you their wallet.
Yeah.
Instead of speed, it's just called speech. Like the same font. If I don't get this speech, the restaurant's
If
gonna
I don't
explode.
give this speech in over 50 words a minute.
Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock.
Filibustering, you have to keep talking, or the restaurant's gonna explode.
Luckily,
like,
they're
yeah.
at an open mic night. So
The best is it's Keanu Reeves has to keep talking. He's like, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
I gotta keep talking.
yeah, and then Alex Winter is the comedian who is supposed to go on after Keanu Reeves at open mic, and he's
Yeah.
just waiting for his turn, and he starts getting frustrated. That
So he's
becomes an issue because what happens if you make Keanu Reeves stop talking?
He's gonna
The
blow up.
open mic night explodes.
Yeah, we don't want that. But I do want to see this movie.
Speech.
Speech. Give a speech. The King's speech.
Yeah, so that's my
That's
explanation.
a sequel.
I enjoyed that explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you
That was
very much
good.
for that.
That was a
We-
highlight.
Oh,
I just got that one.
How about that earthquake, huh?
oh, that was an earthquake. Huh?
That sucked.
Where were you?
That was a wild one. I was sitting right here in this very chair. I almost got knocked out of this chair.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that big where you are?
It was, well, what was weird is like, then I talked to like some neighbors and like, yeah, we didn't even feel it. But like, it was like a lot, it was rolling and then a big jolt and then more rolling, like almost like you could just feel it like go by underneath the ground.
Whoa,
Like weird.
Yeah. I was going to say, whoa, like a tremor, but that's what the worms are named after. In that movie, so,
that is true. That would make sense.
It could have been a tremor.
I was at
I
was at the park on a and I was doing like those little outdoor gyms where they have like a little sit-up bench. So I was like doing sit-ups on the bench, and then like it's very solid because it's like concreted to the ground. And then suddenly when I was like leaning back, it was like I went like that, and I like looked down. I was like, did this just turn into rubber or something? And like it felt like one of those playground rides where those kids sit on the springs. It's like an animal. And it goes back and forth, you know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like suddenly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I looked down at my dog was laying right next to me, and I looked down at her. I'm like, aren't you supposed to warn? Like, aren't animals supposed to know ahead of time, like when that's happening?
So there is an app now. Apparently,
I downloaded 2 of them afterwards.
So this is okay. So this is my dilemma with the app. You find out 5 seconds before the earthquake hits that there's going to be an earthquake.
Yes.
I'd almost rather not know. 5 seconds is just enough time for you to panic, and then it hits.
It's only so you can get it on Facebook before anybody else.
Right. Get your camera.
Just gives
like,
you that
earthquake,
just so you can type that. Yeah. Just so you can be the first one.
I have seen people's videos where they're like holding their phone. They're like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah, earthquake." like a second later, they start shaking.
Because it takes you 5 seconds to process. There's going to be an earthquake, and then an earthquake.
Yeah.
I'd rather be surprised.
I have no time to put clothes on in 5 seconds. That doesn't. I can't run outside.
But also, when it's a surprise, fight or flight kicks in. You start moving, right?
Yeah, that's
at
true.
least I do in an earthquake.
Which is what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah,
no,
you're not supposed to go
apparently
outside.
you are supposed to.
Supposed to run around and
supposed to go
try to counter its shakes.
Yeah, no, you jump up and down.
So it's like a dance off.
Yeah, you just stay in the air mostly.
Yeah, and if you end in the Spider-Man jump land pose,
which we should definitely segue into the breakdancing.
The Earth goes, whoa, sorry, bro. I didn't even know who I was battling.
I'll back off. That was my fault.
What do you do?
Oh, Dave Quick with the puns. Look at that.
We love that here. What do you do during an earthquake? Just so we can be a PSA. I don't know what to do. We just described 10 things, and none of those are right.
Don't get under your desk. Don't get in a doorway. What you're supposed to do is like, okay, so say you're near your table or your bed, you lie down on the floor next to it, and it
next to the bed.
It's called the triangle theory, where if the ceiling collapses, it's gonna hit the bed and create a small space triangle.
Okay.
Where
so you
it collapses off the bed. So you lay down on the ground next to your bed.
Comes down.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But you're gonna have that little pocket.
Right.
So you got to get up next to your bed, so you can create that triangle if anything collapses.
So that is what you are supposed to do. We also have Glowworm says you're supposed to put your head out of an open window. I think that also.
That's in France.
I think that's when
French
you're having a nut allergy in the back seat.
Yeah. A French earthquake. I always thought you were supposed to stand in a doorway. I always I picture myself running outside during like the big one, but then I don't know, like I don't have any clothes to put on usually if I'm like.
Well, that's the thing is you're naked too much
most of the time. There's nothing. It's hot. It's summer. It's It's August. What are you going to wear clothes for?
But the thing is you love natural light too, and it's just not fair to neighbors.
Yeah,
it's not. You got to pick one. You like the natural light, or you like being naked.
I like it both.
Because if I did that, you're lucky you're attractive. Because if I'm doing that, the police are showing up outside that window.
We're all going to park our
car
cars.
Accidents are going to be happening right and left.
I love that you've got like that bay window, because then you could have like a show. Everybody could put some chairs outside, and then you could perform like a show in the window if you like. We're
like
just
a
suggesting.
murder.
We're just suggesting the red light district is Lee's house. That's what we're saying.
Oh,
got the
I
curtains.
could put a red light up in there and be like eating a sandwich, because that's what I saw when I went to the red light district in Amsterdam. It was
Nice.
hilarious.
I did see some. I saw like everybody, all of the workers were like on their phones in the window, just kind of like on their phones. Which I walked through it once, and I was like, "That's enough." I like walked through it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, saw it. I could say
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
it."
I walked
But it
through
was-
it, saw the woman eating a sub sandwich. Was like, respect. I'm gonna go get high now. Maybe go to
Yeah.
the Van Gogh Museum.
Go to the
And I
cop.
did, and that was
I went to the Van Gogh Museum too.
cool.
I gotta say, I was
Sub
that was-
sandwich.
That was the first time I ever tried any type of psychedelic, which was a fun museum to go to during that.
Oh, I bet.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was very
Van
easy to go
Gogh
to.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
He did say, wait, what?
You only got
Wait, what? That's my impression of Van Gogh.
Yeah. That was fun. It was a very easy museum to go through because it was just a very single file line where you kind of like everybody was just like walk past each painting.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
very
didn't have to-
That would
dignified.
kind of stress me out, though.
No, it's
Yeah.
very.
I gotta keep moving so the people behind me can get to it.
Yeah, that did. Now that I think of it, I remember feeling that way for sure. But
I'm glad I
those
could
Van
ruin
Goghs.
that for you.
You know,
Glad I could ruin that memory for you.
Thank you.
what's great though is you go back out and you're in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
You're right there on that lawn, the
Mm-hmm.
Rijksmuseum. You got all that stuff.
You just walk around, get hit by bikes everywhere you go.
We should all go.
Let's do an
should,
episode from
we
the
should do-
dam.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would love Amsterdam. I've been there twice. I like it.
Oh, lucky.
So nice. I went there twice.
Hey,
Actually,
I found
I
a
was there a
creamer
third time.
hack this morning. You
Oh
guys
my
want to hear
God.
my creamer hack?
We got creamer hacks, and we got to talk about the breakdancing thing. going
Oh
on.
yeah. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about creamer hacks or breakdancing?
I definitely want to know this creamer hack because I've got a coffee right here.
You got
What
a
is this
coffee?
creamer?
We might
I've
have
got
to
a
wait
coffee.
30 minutes to talk about breaking after the creamer.
Yeah, you don't. So okay, I am making my coffee this morning, broiling a pot,
Yeah.
and I poured it. And I'm not a big fan of black coffee on an empty stomach, and I don't have any food right now.
Wuss.
Yeah.
Empty stomach makes me both ways,
Makes you go.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, I need creamer shit. But then I realized, oh shit, it's street parking today or street
Oh.
cleaning, and I was on the wrong side of the street. So I rush out, I move my car,
Yeah.
and then I see the gas station, and I'm like, wait a second,
Yeah.
and I walk in there,
You say, hey,
and I go to the coffee
Oh,
section
my
where there's the
God.
individual creamers.
This is
What?
And I
What?
just grab a handful and I walk up to the guy at the thing and I'm like, I'm out of creamer at home. And they're like, you can take more if you want.
oh, that's LA too.
Whoa.
I feel like LA is kind of like that.
So
They're just like,
there
"Let me
is a
help you out."
hack where like if you don't have no, because if you think about it, when you buy the coffee, the creamer's free. They don't charge you for the creamer.
That's true. You're right
So-
about that.
But
So
when
if you're
not buying
out of
anything-
creamer, you go up and you just get the creamer there and they go, okay,
Yeah.
later.
I could do you one better. My cousin Bobby, back when we were kids, we used to go to 7-Eleven all the time. It was like that's where we hung out, at 7-Eleven. We used to go there and, you get the garbage food at 7-Eleven, but he said he saw the machine that distributes cheese said it was free. It says free cheese. So he would take a coffee
Wait,
cup.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's
This
go back to
cheese
the
Wait,
cheese
sorry,
that
yeah, wait,
distributes free cheese.
You gotta get
What
one.
is this? What is this machine that distributes cheese?
This
It's a
is just like a
cheese
beam
dispenser.
of
Judella
magical light.
You just get cheese light all over it.
You gotta hold the cup real up high. It's like an ice cream machine,
Wait, you
but with
get a
cheese.
cup of cheese?
He would fill a cup of nacho cheese. Thank you, Judy. Nacho cheese. He would
I
fill
didn't
a
realize-
cup.
You're
I
talking,
knew that, but it's still
Yeah.
incredible.
I thought you were just talking about you were getting craft singles or something coming
No,
out
no,
of
no.
this little
He- like,
vending
it's like
machine.
a
It's not a
dispenser.
Play-Doh factory.
You press a button and it poops out the cheese into a
Yeah.
cup. He would
And you put
fill
your
the
bread
cup.
Up, you put your bread
Yeah.
up to the machine in a little slice. It's
See?
pooped out.
Exactly. Little cherub knows. he would fill the cup up and he'd go up to the front and
just
they'd
walk
say,
out?
well, he'd say, it says it's free. And they're like, okay. And then we get like a thing of pretzels or something and dip them in the nacho cheese. But
Brilliant.
that's the best hack I might have seen at a 7-Eleven, where he just fills a cup of cheese. He's like, you guys say it says it's free. It says free right there.
Says
And they're
free
like, okay,
cheese.
go right ahead. They didn't even argue with him.
Free
said, "Look,
cheese.
We're not going to bait and switch you on this one.
Don't
That's
you
your
dare.
cheese. That's
Don't
not
you
your cheese,
Dare
but it-
fucking bait and switch me on this one.
That is your
That's
cheese.
what I would say.
Yeah.
And then I'd say 1 pizza, please. I'll pay for that one.
And then you pour the
Obviously.
cheese.
And then you pour the cheese on the pizza.
Pour the cheese on the man's hand instead of paying him.
So
and
he
you
would
run.
have his hand
You
full of
take
cheese.
his hand, or he'd have his hands full.
Hands
Get him
full of
both.
cheese.
Yeah. He's like, hey, make a bowl with your
I
hands
like-
right now.
I like that no one who
Here.
doesn't subscribe to patreon.com/Stoning Rolls podcast will ever get that what we're talking about. Handfuls.
I refuse to explain it.
Hands full.
Yeah, you guys have to go over to Patreon, patreon.com/The Stoning Rolls, and you can check out extra stuff before and after the show. It's
A
fun.
little bit extra. I don't know what. A little bit extra cheese machine.
Good cheese. We got lots of cheese. But, guys, by the way, they broke breakdancing at this Olympics.
What was that?
I can't tell you.
I loved it. I thoroughly
It was
enjoyed it.
amazing.
It's like definitely an athletic event. No,
Yeah.
bar none. Like I mean, absolutely 100%.
Especially
I
with
agree.
being improvised. Like,
Completely improvised. Like, you watch Australia's performance, you tell me that's improvised.
yeah.
It was.
You know that takes
Oh no!
that takes choreography.
That story keeps getting weirder too.
I haven't
What-
heard any
what
of the
was the
story. I just
story?
saw that little flip flop fish move that she did, and I thought that was the greatest thing. That it was like an Andy Kaufman style prank on a level that no one's seen.
It's
Well,
incredible.
Allegedly, like there's not a giant. There's no like council of breakdancing in Australia.
The council.
So they
like,
just
to
don't know.
get-
I like. Are
to,
there no
like-
videos? Like,
to get like to the Olympic level or whatever. So Reagan like created this like the tournament, I guess, and
Oh.
her husband was a judge,
Wait,
and
that's
she
not.
like
That's a
and she
conflict
like
of interest.
battled like a handful of her friends, and
what? This
To
needs
get-
to be a movie. Reagan
to that-
needs a movie.
to get to that level, and that's one of the stories that's floating around out there. But it's just she. I don't know if she was quoted saying like she expected to get 0 points.
Yeah, because
Well-
she's the best breakdancer ever. There's no way to
Wait.
even give that a score.
You're telling me she didn't find out the night before that she was in the Olympics? Because that's what it seemed like to me. Like,
And then
but
like I was struggling a little bit at the beginning. Like, is this something to laugh at or not? But I think like she seems to be genuine and like making it a thing to be laughed at.
She
Right.
infiltrated the Olympics.
And I'm
She
not
did.
saying I can do any of those moves either.
I can do the one where she does like a weird U shape and then rolls over.
yeah,
That's how you get out of
I-
bed every morning.
Yeah,
that's I do that one every morning. Just a lot slower, actually.
Rock back and forth like a seal stuck
Little
on a rock.
Little Cherub's right. Yeah, breakdancing won't be at the Olympics again because they broke it. They broke
Yeah.
breakdancing. This one.
Well,
There could be no
they-
breakdancing 2, Electric Boogaloo, or whatever.
I heard
No.
I heard an announcer before they even did the event say that it wasn't on the schedule for LA. But there are some weird ones coming to LA. Or not weird ones, but
I
there's a lot
heard
of new
self
sporty
tapes
ones.
are going to be one.
Which one?
Yeah.
Self tapes?
Self-tapes auditions will be on
I'm
next
good.
Olympics.
You're going to have to watch
do
everyone,
that.
every actor's self tape auditions.
So funny.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God, that would be the greatest.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringe because I do follow a lot of like actors who like I know personally who are like working a lot, and some of them are. Listen, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but they'll like post their self tapes.
Don't
And I'm
ever
like, guys,
post self tapes.
Don't do it, please. Don't do it. It's just
You know who does an amazing parody of that though? Caitlin Riley. She used to do the like
Oh yeah.
fake self tape post. That was
Riley Cherub.
hilarious. Where are you going? Where are you going? Get back here, little cherub.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. You have a beautiful day too. Now that you said that.
Yelling. Yeah.
Have a beautiful day. Make sure you catch the rest of it on either Patreon by becoming a patron or on YouTube, because this will be uploaded to YouTube on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Let's face it, if JD Vance and Donald Trump with their complete ineptitude can run for the highest office in the US of A, then why not try my luck at something I clearly have no idea how to do too? I've elevated content every week among other special treats. It takes little to no effort and just a few bucks a month to do. Now, that's worth at least a bronze medal, right JD? I'm just kidding. That guy can't even win a participation trophy. Thanks for watching.
Wait, what?
Well, I think it's time actually for
Oh shit.
Look what you've done for the full theme song intro.
It's time for
Wait. What?
Wait, what?
No! This isn't the thing. Please
Oh
don't
my
listen,
god,
because
my
it's not
brain
really
isn't
good.
okay. Wait,
And it's pretty bad.
what?
I just made it worse.
The show that makes you
They
go,
should've recorded that one.
what?
Don't ever record anything I say.
I like that you put a harmony on it, Lee.
Doing it well.
I from here on out will make everyone listening sign an NDA. They will not.
I love it.
I will not be publicly on this podcast anymore.
Listen,
I will
If you
be
wanna-
privately, but not publicly. As soon
I
as
would-
the show starts, I'm out.
what is today's episode of Wait
Is this
What?
the beginning of the question already? Because
I don't know. It's just okay. So
What's the theme?
recently, life has been doing highs and lows, and I just
That's lows.
sometimes when you're at the low, you get afraid of what the high is going to be.
Mm.
And today I'm feeling a little bit on a high. The being on this show, being with you guys makes me feel high, and I get scared of that sometimes. And I'm scared of how fun this game is. And if this game scares you, you might have blank, which is the phobia of fun.
What?
And
No.
phobophobia,
Okay.
fears.
That sounds like Phoebe's.
pterophobia,
Okay.
C, hilarophobia.
Oh
man, it's-
okay. Well, no.
Does this scare you?
There's none
Does
of them.
this kind of fun scare you?
Was B terraphobia or cherophobia?
Yeah.
Cherophobia.
Cherophobia. Like the phobia of chair.
Actually, it could be shareophobia.
The fear
Like
of share.
Bada bada babe bop bop buda bope bop bop buda bope
The fear of believing
bop,
in life after love.
That's really what cherophobia
Cherophobia.
is.
She's coming to get you, babe. I
Oh,
guess.
no.
I don't know.
Oh god.
That's bad. That was not good. Please strike that
guys,
from
what?
the record.
What is it? Strike it. It is strucken.
Hey, what do you think it is?
It's gotta be. I think it's cherophobia
You think it's cherophobia?
because
Yeah.
the other one is
Or
ridiculous.
What?
Look.
Phobophobia?
Phobophobia.
That's Phoebe's. You're afraid of Phoebe's, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. You're afraid of Phoebe Bridgers.
You don't
You're
like
afraid of every
C,
bridge.
hilarophobia?
Look, it's got to be
Hilarophobia.
Yeah.
That's the one. It's got to be because
You got to
look,
think of the root word there, Dave. The root word there.
hilarophobia. Like
No,
you're-
not that one.
I feel like it's hilarophobia because there's nothing more
What's the
scary.
chat saying? Are there answers in the chat? I'm blind.
Hilarophobia.
Yeah, hilarophobia sounds like a.
See?
It's a joke.
It sounds like a joke.
It sounds like
I
a
think
joke,
it's-
but it ain't.
Sounds like
no.
somebody made that up.
I think that the psychiatrist made it up because it's a real thing about.
I mean, somebody made up everything. I
Yeah,
guess.
everything's made up, Dave.
Everything's
I
made
think you might
Next
have
question.
this blank. All right. Well, the answer to this, if this game scares you, you might have B, cherophobia,
Yeah.
which is the phobia.
What?
Cherophobia is where a person has an irrational aversion to being happy. The term comes from the Greek word chero, which means to rejoice.
Oh, I see now.
I was right in telling you to think of the root word.
That's true, but hilarious.
Share.
I'm just gonna say I have a hilariphobia if I don't laugh at someone's joke. And so look, I got hilariphobia. That joke was too funny for me.
So, if that made you happy, which it made me happy watching you guys try and guess that.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for making me happy. Speaking of happy things, what does a turophile love?
Turophile?
What does a turophile love? A, cars.
Their mother.
B, turtles. C, cheese.
Yeah, I was gonna. It sounded like.
What does a turophile love?
Well, I would just like to say
Speaking
that
of happy things,
it's just in an actual cheese bag, ladies and gentlemen. This was sent to me.
Inside of it.
This is sent to me
weed.
by our executive producer. Yeah, weed. It's weed cheese bag. I think we might have to give these away. Have to say the Stone and
no,
Rolls
I
on
can't
the side.
afford to give that amount away.
I
That's
would
a
like
lot.
to get one.
Sell
I'd like to be. I'd like to have
Here.
one.
Yeah,
That
is
would
a
make me
cheese bag.
happy. Hey, speaking of happy things,
Oh God.
what does a turophile love?
Oh,
Cars. A. B.
Yeah.
Turtles.
oh
C.
yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah. How do you spell turophile?
Turo.
He's gonna look at the
File.
root word.
Phile.
Glowwormer's right. All right.
Turophile.
Turo.
I think- They love turtles. man. If you think about it, Turtles are pretty cool and lovable, except if it's a snapping turtle, it'll snap your finger off.
And then
listen.
you'd be in terrible, so
It's
it's got to be
That wouldn't be happy.
turophile.
Turtles make you happy?
Turtle.
Yeah.
What?
I would say so.
Hang on.
I'm just saying, speaking of happy things,
Turophile.
what does a turophile love? Cars, turtles, or cheese?
The only
I love
thing
cheese.
that would make you happy would be cheese.
Yeah.
And since you are the constructor of this,
Sometimes you gotta think of the creator of the quiz, right?
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
how life
understand the
works.
motivations.
but how is Turo related to cheese?
Yeah. Why don't they just say the word in the phobia or the philia?
Maybe they
Why-
do. Maybe Dave's right. Maybe
Why don't they
it
just
is
say car
turtle.
phobia and cheese
Yeah,
phobia?
it's easier to remember that. You can't
Not
be
a
like, come up-
phobia, file. Phobia and
Oh,
file
file.
are the opposite.
Eh.
They're opposites. So, well, look, I would say it's turtle.
just hit Dave like a ton of bricks.
Carry the
You're gonna have to do some math here.
Turfile.
I just got that one.
Let's see.
Slowpoke. Do you have an answer, Harry?
I'm gonna say it's Terraphile as a turtle because look, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and I'm a Terraphile for that. So look, you can't count me out. Man, do I love turtles because I'm a Terraphile. See?
Cars, or what was the other one?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. Look, I love cheese too. But
I do too, and I've never been called a turophile, so I feel like
No one's ever looked you in the eye and called you a turophile.
I feel like that would have come across my desk at some point.
maybe you don't love cheese enough. That's what.
I
hasn't
know.
happened.
Now I'm questioning my
You love
Your,
cheese.
your
my
allegiance,
respect.
your cheese allegiance, is very.
Have I
Show
been
your loyalty to
slacking?
cheese, Dave. Well, look, we gotta play some.
Yeah, we gotta
Make a wish.
It's gonna be
Count to 3. Come with
Turophiles love
and
A, B, or C, Dave.
I'm gonna go B. I'm still gonna go turtles.
Just go.
I don't
You're sick
care.
in turtles. Both of you are
Turtles.
going turtles, huh?
It's gotta be turtles. It's gotta be.
Well, listen. Happy. It's not turtles.
Is it cheese?
It's cheese.
Son of a
Turophiles love cheese.
I guess I hate cheese.
And there's honestly no explanation needed here. I'm a turophile. You're a turophile. We're all turophiles.
We are, man. I love cheese. It's so good. Why?
That's the
It's the one thing I can't give up. Look, I'm a vegetarian, but I do love cheese.
You
Sorry,
pescatarian.
I gotta do like a cow offset, like carbon offset.
Well, Ari, you better be careful, because if you happen to be a turophile, you better flip that frown upside down if you want to be a dairy farmer too, because in blank, it is illegal to frown at cows. A,
What?
Australia. B, Canada. C, the USA.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say Australia.
You
'Cause
say it's
that's-
illegal to frown at cows in Australia.
Yeah, you want to frown at a cow frown. You don't want that.
You don't want to be no cow frowner.
You don't want to know what comes after frowning at a cow.
I mean, the Canadians are awfully polite too. You'd think.
You'd think maybe
Oh.
Canada would be like, don't frown at that cow. It's cute. Eh?
You got a point there.
I don't know.
You're right, though. I think you're right, Dave. I think
But how many cows? There has to be cows up in Canada, right?
There's a lot of cows up in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
You
not
ever been to
cold.
Calgary?
I've never
Calgary.
Calgary has a
I've never been
festival.
to Calgary.
Calgary.
Calgary, Canada has a festival called the Stampede. There's a lot of cows there.
Oh,
Been to Canada.
I've been to it. It's a bunch
Ever
of
been to the
Western
running of the bulls?
cowboy cosplayers and a bunch of bulls. And it's
You ever
cold.
the running of the bulls. You ever hear about that in like Spain? Well, like
Yeah,
they-
that's not cowboys.
I always kind of feel like when somebody's like when somebody's fighting a bull, like a bullfighter. Look, I'm a very compassionate person toward animals. So like when there's a bullfighter fighting a bull and the bull throws the bullfighter through the air, I'm like, ha ha! That's what you get
Yeah.
when
I'm
you're
on Team
taunting a bull.
Always on Team Bull.
Yeah.
Anyway, is it illegal in Australia or Canada or the USA to frown at a cow?
There's probably a lot of cows in Australia too.
There's a lot of cows in each one of those places.
How now, cow frown? Is that
I feel like I've definitely frowned at a cow here
Why would you do that, Dave?
because it's not illegal.
Oh.
he's totally within his rights?
See, I can frown at this
God-given
cow.
rights.
I'm gonna say cows frown at you though, because they got that mouth that's like this, and they're like, you know,
Yeah, they're not happy usually.
Yeah.
we got like kind of a frown.
I'm gonna say
That's
Australia.
interesting you say that. It's interesting you say that, Ari.
Oh no.
You guys are going to Australia?
I'm going
Australia.
You know what? I'm changing my answer now. It's not. It's going to be Canada because I think Canada doesn't like rudeness.
They don't like anyone frowning.
They're kind of. They don't like rudeness in like kind of almost a rude way. They're like,
Yeah.
we're really polite here, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of
more like-
passive aggressive, bro.
Quebec is a lot like that, I hear. I've never been there. But Toronto is fantastic. Everyone was so nice there.
I lived there for a few months actually in Toronto. Yeah.
Toronto's a good city. Anyway, you don't want to be a dairy farmer in the good old US of A.
You go to jail.
It is illegal to frown at a cow. Cows see frowning as a threat. Therefore,
Okay.
you're not
Cows.
allowed. The cows
Frowning.
5-mile radius of any concerts by The Cure or Morrissey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would really cause a stampede. Oh man.
Moving on to the next question, please.
Speaking of
Oh good.
countries. Wait, what? In what country were the first potatoes fried and served as French fries? A.
That's-
America. B. France. C. Belgium.
You try to trick me. You're trying to trick me because it's obviously called French fries. See,
Freedom fries.
Wait. Oh shit! I didn't think
Wait,
about
hold
that.
this is a trick.
Hey,
Sandra,
Sandra.
what
Hi,
do you
Sandra.
think? I'm gonna go with whatever Sandra says on this one.
Sandra,
'cause-
in what country were the first potatoes fried and served as French fries? A, America. B, France. C, Belgium.
I'm gonna say Belgium.
You're gonna go with Belgium?
I'm going Belgium.
You're going Belgium?
Watch me, Belgium.
You're gonna go
Ooh, look at that.
Belgium?
I'm not
He's
even
got
gonna think about
confidence.
it. I'm just going Belgium.
He's
Mainly
confident on
because
this one.
they've got waffles and those are kind of like fried too.
Yeah.
So
We were talking about Amsterdam earlier, and in Amsterdam, everywhere you go, you can get Belgian fries with a giant dollop of frickin' mayonnaise on it, and people walk around. Yeah, they walk around with like
yeah,
a giant
they do the
cone,
mayonnaise thing there. It's so gross.
like a paper cone filled with Belgian
Yeah.
fries with a giant wad of
Stop it.
mayo.
Oh, God,
Lee-
so gross.
and you know what? you know
What's the
about
fear of mayo?
right, Lee?
Oh,
Mayo.
Lee has mayo phobia.
I don't like mayo. I like a nice thin layer of mayo. I don't like a little sandy.
No, you need a good schmear.
He's got-
too much. No.
He's got egg and oil phobia.
Anyway,
You want to squirt out the sides.
in what country were the first potatoes fried and served as French fries? A, America. B, France. C, Belgium. Dave's going Belgium.
Okay, you know what? I got a question, Lee. You said were the first potatoes. Were these the first potatoes?
No, they were the first ones that were fried and served as French fries, like in the form of French fries.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought you was talking about like the first potatoes ever.
no, they
Is that-
didn't have the ability to fry at that point because potatoes were around probably before humans.
But
So,
they would have
this-
kept one.
maybe, I don't know.
Oh.
I can't be sure.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
What's the chat? Is the chat talking? I'm blind here. Come
Sandra
on,
says
guys.
Belgium.
Sandra says Belgium, so I'm going with
You're go-
Sandra's.
You're going
Sandra-
Sandra. Well, that's a good idea because Belgium was the first. Fried potatoes. In the winter, when the river Meuse froze over, villagers who traditionally ate fried fish from the river were forced to find other food sources. They sliced and fried potatoes thinly to mimic the size of the fish. Some say that American soldiers
Fish and chips.
stationed in Belgium during World War I nicknamed the dish French fries because the French was the official language of Belgium, the Belgium army at the time.
True. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
So Americans just once again assumed something was some way, and the rest of the world had to just go along with it.
right, like when they were calling people here that were already here, calling them Indians because they
Yeah.
thought the Europeans
And
thought
then
they
that's
landed
just
in
how-
India.
That's just how it is.
That was forever.
Also, pepper, guys. By the way, a pepper is a peppercorn that comes from a tree. It's not red, green, or yellow that you get from the produce
What are
section.
those?
Those are called capsicums. The peppers are from a tree.
No, they're not.
But you know what?
What?
Christopher Columbo, the idiot, Christopher Columbus, ate a pepper, and he was like, "This is hot. It tastes of pepper." And forever, they would just decide to call them capsicums peppers.
I wish it was a ghost pepper because that would have been funny to watch
Yeah, burn his
Christopher
fa-
Columbus burn his butthole open.
I'd like to see him cry about it.
Yeah,
But
and then
he-
they'd be like, "He's possessed by the devil," and then they'd kill him, and all of history would be different.
See, the
wouldn't
shirts
that
help
blow
me
your
teach
mind?
lessons. The shirt is helping me. I think.
It is.
I think it's enhancing.
This one's
you.
gonna. You know what? This bonus question is gonna blow more than just your mind. Do you know what the original use for the chainsaw was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amputating.
What?
A. Dentistry. B. Childbirth.
Oh.
C.
Okay.
Hemorrhoid removal.
Whoa! Holy crap! This one's tough because I can see all of those.
Specific than I.
Yeah, you didn't. You said amputating, Dave. That is not one of the answers.
Mm.
Is an answer.
It's an answer, but it's not the right one. What was the chainsaw originally used for? Dentistry, childbirth, or hemorrhoid removal?
Dentistry, man, oh shivets. Huh. Like, I gotta say, I can't picture any of those unless you're doing dentistry on a hippopotamus, and you gotta use a chainsaw. So I'm saying dentistry.
I don't think it was a big chainsaw.
It's the kind you just toss down a tree with.
You know, yeah. Gotta get that in the mouth.
I'd say
It was.
It's gotta be a hippopotamus chainsaw. Tooth.
Dentistry?
Yeah.
You're going to go with dentistry?
Well, it can't be.
Just because you don't want to go with the other ones, you're going to go with
You
dentistry.
can't. Nobody can go B. And hemorrhoid is too.
Make a wish. Count to 3.
You can't. I wish that's what it's not for.
Boy, oh boy, I don't know. Well, I gotta say that
I'm going dentistry, I guess.
You're going dentistry?
I'd say let's not try to picture hemorrhoid removal with a chainsaw right now, or childbirth, because those are that would be awful. But I could see how figure an elephant. I don't know. And you had a hemorrhoid.
Is that a chainsaw I hear in the background?
I think somebody's getting a root canal done.
What's the chat saying? This is a bonus question, guys. So the life is on the line here.
See, because men. That's Judella 78 says, and Judah says, Glowworm says, I want to pretend that misogyny isn't real just a little longer. Well, we'll see in November if this country decides again. Yeah. See. I mean, we already know.
So mainly C is what I'm hearing?
I think it's
hemorrhoid removal?
Dentistry.
Dentistry.
I'm saying dentistry.
It's split. Yeah.
Who said because men?
Judella.
Judella said because men. Judella, you're correct. Because the answer
Wait, what?
Childbirth. I'm sorry to say, the chainsaw was originally created for childbirth. It was developed in
I
Scotland.
don't want to know anymore.
It was developed in Scotland in the late 18th century by men to help aid and speed the process of symphysiotomy, widening the pubic cartilage.
What? It
wasn't until the start of the 20th century that we started using chainsaws for wood chopping.
Wow.
18th century. That means 200 years.
What was the transition there? Like a doctor that was just like, I have so many trees in my backyard.
Yeah, and I've got this.
Oh, this
handy
doesn't
tool.
work.
I'm going to borrow this from work.
So Judella wins because men. Here's the thing that I have realized, and it's true.
Just want to celebrate Judy's win.
Oh yes, yeah. You win a bajillion points. If you think about all of the bad things that happen in this world, not nature-wise, but if you think about all the things human beings have done that are bad, it's all traceable back to one source, and that's Judella's answer.
Yeah,
it's impossible to argue with that.
Yeah, I do find it funny when people say, "How could we have a woman president?" Because emotions might make her cause a war, and I'm like, guys, hello. Every war has been started by a dude here, so like you can't. Let's give a lady a chance to start a war then.
Yeah,
not because of those reasons.
Let's see what a lady war is like.
Yeah,
maybe a lady war is a different type of war that is better.
Maybe we'll see. I just don't. I don't know. Like, people are sexist in this country. In 2016, you had the most qualified human being ever to run for president versus the least qualified human being ever to run for president. And the only difference, tangibly, for I think the American people was one was a man and one was a woman, and they went with the old white guy, America. You can't do it anymore. Just go with the most qualified. Let's try that.
But I feel like now we have the most qualified candidate since that qualified candidate.
She is technically more qualified.
She's like so qualified.
Yes, that's why I was so offensive about the DEI hire, where like it was like the most racist thing you could say. It's like, okay, so someone who is a prosecutor, district attorney, state attorney general, the senator, and now vice president is somehow not qualified enough as the guy who is a dumpster fire.
I feel like it's even in the most qualified person to be president besides the president is the vice president. That's the whole point of the vice president.
To get to wait in the wings for the president to die. Yeah.
Not according to
I honestly
Trump.
thought Biden
he said it doesn't even matter.
And I see some people calling us out saying that Kamala is not progressive a candidate enough. And I just want to point out that saying that about a black woman running for president is a very strange thing to say. Because that's the most progressive thing our country has ever done. Up until this point. Literally.
Yeah. Just alone in that fact alone. She is, she is tough on crime. Like, that's kind of her record.
I'm not saying I agree with everything Kamala has done, but like if you compare, like these are our choices. We don't have a third party choice. That's not a thing.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
It's not a thing. It's not. Even if we had a really good third party choice, they couldn't win because they're not.
He's got a
brain
worm.
They're not going to be in the ballot in all the states. So how are you going to
about the bear?
How are you going to do that? How is your?
I'd like to see. This is maybe a little too late.
I quit making TikToks.
Maybe a commercial with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s like brain worm like coming out and being like talking to him, like giving him advice.
Dump the bear in Central Park.
Don't put bears in your eyes.
I feel like I saw that as a comic, right? Like it was like a apple worm.
Worm. Yeah,
like Richard Scary.
Yeah,
already.
like Richard Scary.
Everybody's doing it.
Why'd
they
call him that?
I don't know.
What a weird name for such a kind, peaceful character.
Yeah.
Who's that? Richard Scary.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Little scary dick.
Like Richard Nixon.
That's why
they're perverts.
Yeah.
Because men. Ow.
It turns out there's only been this.
All the questions.
That was
this
it.
side
4
of,
questions and a bonus.
It does seem weird that
did I not entertain you, Dave?
I'm just saying.
It does seem weird that only half
more.
of the human race has sort of installed all of the rules for all of the human race. It doesn't make any sense.
As of recording this, yesterday was the 50-year anniversary of women being able to get credit cards without their husband's signature. Our country is a terrible place, has always been a terrible place, and we need to make it a better place. And
we're not going back.
Spoiler alert, Trump being president will not make it a better place.
I think people are starting to catch on that the guy is just a negative Nancy, like lying.
I fucking hope so. He
just goes
for
up
almost
there.
10 years.
He says, "I know, finally, guys, come on!" Like what is
like?
He just goes up there and he's like, "They're coming in here they're speaking languages no one's ever heard of."
Someone should look into that.
Some
languages no one's ever heard of. You know what really
countries no one's ever seen.
Enough people talking about. Apparently, Donald Trump called Kamala Harris a Palestinian, like it was like an insult. Well, A, she's not Palestinian, but B, he's starting to use that term as a negative thing. He's done that before.
Yeah, he's a terrible human.
That's fucking terrifying to me because that is just like slowly letting in the hatred of these people, like telling your base it's okay to hate these people. These people are bad people. Look down on these people.
Slur.
Like this is a slur. So that when he becomes president, he can get rid of Palestinian people in this country. Like and Muslims and oh my god, it's so fucking scary.
You know, my favorite part about it,
like I'm not doing it.
All of this is that Donald Trump just doesn't know what to do with himself when confronted by a black woman. It's like the greatest show on earth to see him wilt and recede and just not know how to deal with a black authoritative woman.
The debate's going to be such a shit
you know, when it comes to greatest
thing.
shows on earth, I prefer Cirque du Soleil. I don't need a guy threatening the country like
no, but I'm saying watching him
Civil War.
Watching him wilt in her presence, or like just at the thought of her,
it's fantastic.
That's so gratifying. And I think one of the funniest things that I heard last week was from Ronnie Chang on The Daily Show when he's like, Trump is always telling us and insisting on his perfect genius brain. But when it comes to Kamala, somehow it's impossible for him to understand what a labradoodle is, or like a golden doodle.
Yeah,
like, he's just like he can't understand the concept. You know, I was watching something last night with Giancarlo Esposito. Perfect example of, again, a multicultural, multi-ethnic person. He's black. He's Italian. That's not hard. That's not hard. That's not hard for me to understand.
What?
Let's tell that to Trump. Let's see what he says.
That doesn't make sense to me. By the way, I'm 3/4 German, 4/4.
There you go.
I love hearing like people who don't understand that they're like there can be different types of people out there, and then suddenly they describe how they're 13% Cherokee.
Yeah, or not even. Yeah, it is fun. It's fun for me to watch. That's great. I feel like I'm flexing my Dominican with this. I'm Dominican Lou with this shirt on.
You should flex it. I feel like
I should be playing dominoes and like, and dancing.
I feel like I'm a bounce board.
You need to go to the beach immediately.
I know.
I don't go to the beach, Dave. I don't know if you noticed what the shirt says.
I didn't say get in the water. I said go to the beach.
I don't touch that ocean because there are actual monsters. They exist and they live in the ocean and at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
There should be a sound effect for Mar-a-Lago. Anytime someone says it, like it's like a sad sound.
Let me see.
Like oh, that's sad and gross. Look, they're so weird.
That sounds like it's
that's Trump's presidential campaign at the moment.
Yeah, it really is, and I love watching it go down. It's a swan dive. It's a swan song swan dive.
Where do you get these sound effects? How do you just pull them up?
I just think real hard. I have total control over technology.
What about stubbing your toe? Is there a sound bite there?
Yeah, it's right here.
That's me in the morning getting out of bed.
Wow, that's the pipes.
Cleaning out the pipes.
What about this? That's a good one.
That's
pretty good.
Kamala Harris about to break that glass ceiling.
That's Trump's campaign right now. That's the perfect.
I thought that was the perfect commenting on like a bad joke instead of the boo or anything.
Oh yeah, I like that actually. Let's do that.
These days.
Just bail on that joke.
Yeah.
Amazing. We love it here at the Stoning Rolls.
You know
we
what?
hope you love it too. If you feel like you love it, subscribe. You could go here, look at the bottom of your screen. Patreon.
Glor Wormhole, this has nothing to do with you, but Aristotle, if you could just scroll away from those two comments on the screen, I feel like they'll get us in trouble just having those words on the screen.
Oh yeah, because YouTube and stuff. And
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, you can't say things on YouTube.
Underneath our boxes.
Yeah. like that's the frame that decides.
A bunch of time in the chat.
Oh my God. That was one of my favorite things I saw from the Trump-Musk conversation was Trump couldn't realize that anyone watching it could see how many people were also tuning in. And it was like 1.5 million, which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
But he's going like, oh, the numbers are amazing. We're up. Oh, it's almost 60 million.
Now he can't say that. Yeah.
No, he said it. He said it, not realizing everyone could see that how many people were listening.
Yeah, he's completely untethered.
60.
I think that he had for him a successful run at just saying whatever the F he wanted to this whole time, and now he just can't keep track of it anymore, and it's just so great to see him just come untethered completely. Like he knew how to navigate around any type of legal, like he could say people are saying like people I think this, and if you ask experts, he just you can get around it legally. Now he's just done. He's done.
Cooked. And what's great is if he loses, when he loses, not if, when, he's going to jail. Like, that's why he's running for president. If he loses, he's going to prison. And it's just going to There has been a shift in the simulation. Something.
What a
happened.
poetic ending to all of the trauma that guy has put us through.
Oh.
Like, it's.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, let's hope that America does the right thing.
That's
This
what they
November.
play when he walks into the
Well, gentlemen, I think it's time we put our hair down.
Head on over.
Take our hats off. Go
How dare you,
relax.
sir. The only one with hair here.
It's a wig.
you mention hair like that?
Hair.
It's a wig.
Off the cuff.
I can't take it down.
He literally has hands full of hair.
You got your hands You got your hands full with handfuls of hair.
Let's all grow our beards out at Patreon in the Roach Clips section. Guys, Cheesebags, we love you. Thank you for hanging out with us live here at the Stoning Rolls. Every Saturday, you can check out our podcast on Spotify at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube as well. My hair's good. Stay tuned.
I'm an embarrassment to everybody.
We got a half an hour more of the show to go on Patreon, where I will light my hair aflame. Let's see you guys.
I'm sorry for that.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm an embarrassment.
All right, let me just get this ready. You're going to miss it. Go to
Don't do it
patreon.com.
on my behalf.
Slash the
Set myself on fire.
This is for you, Lee.
It's such an embarrassment to this show.
Credits.
All right, let me make a note.
About my creamer hack during the show.
Creamer hack.
I don't want to do that. That
No,
sounds,
you're gonna want to. You're gonna want
that
to.
sounds.
You're gonna
sounds
want to
like
ask
a
about.
trap.
I
It's
might.
like
I
the
have
one good thing that's
black
happened.
coffee right now. Yeah, well,
Black coffee.
the one good thing that's happening. All right, well,
This
I feel
morning,
like
yeah.
that's, you know what it is? It's
Have
going to be
internet, though. That's
highs
good.
and lows. That's the theme for
Highs and
today.
lows, yeah.
Because
It's
that's
life.
what we do here. We like to get
Temperature.
high during highs and
Highs.
lows.
Oh, don't
All
even
right.
get me talking about the temperature.
I think I
so
just
bad.
recorded all of that. Oh, crap.
It's